Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Multivac. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure you check it out. It's going to be in the top right hand corner of your video. Now, jumping into the daily chart, we are on TradingView. So we had this little pullback. The EMAs came back together, and I do think that we're getting an EMA squeeze over here. So the yellow line is the 20 EMA over here. You can see it. And the red line is the 55 EMA. These exponential moving averages show you the support and resistance levels that you have. So right now, we had the pullback below the 55 EMA. This caused the 20 EMA to come back down towards the price. And now we've managed to move towards the upside and get above the 20 EMA. Now what this did is this brought that 20 EMA closer to the 55 EMA, and that is very healthy because we don't want these large gaps between the EMAs. When you have these large gaps, these give you an indicator that, hey, potentially you're going to lose the EMAs as support and you're going to come back down, and then you're going to have the next move towards the upside once the EMAs come back together. Obviously, there was a potential that we were going to have the bearish cross. The 20 EMA would go below the 55. We would get suppressed by the 20 and come back down into the bear. But that didn't happen, and I didn't envision that happening because right now we're in a bull market, and we're waiting for the euphoric stages of the bull market, and hopefully those are gonna come very, very soon. We just need the Bitcoin to start having the large candles that everybody's talking about. So on the daily chart, we're looking very healthy above the 20 EMA. We are in an uptrend right now. As you can see, we had a nice little wick below the 55 EMA. So I always tell you guys to have buy orders at the 55 EMA if you're looking to get into the project, because more often than not, you're going to have these wicks to the 55 EMA and then you move back towards the upside. And as you can see, once you have these pullbacks below the 55 EMA, this is the best time to be buying the project, okay? Because you're coming back up and now you're in profit already. So these dips are not the time to be afraid. These dips are the time to be, brave and buy the dip, basically. It's I know it's, when you start with crypto, it's weird and it's hard to buy when things are down, but trust me, this is what you want to be doing, because right now, if you bought in this dip, you're now in around about 30% profit. So we're coming up to the 786 on the fib. We do have a fib set up from the swing low over here. We do have, the swing high September 5th, swing low October 8th, and we've come up to the 1.272, had the pullback all the way down to the 0.236, and now we're starting to come back up. We may hit our head on the 786 over here. This is sitting at 0.022 cents essentially. Then we have the next resistance level over here at 0.0023, I do apologize, 0.0239, basically 0.024 cents. So once you start breaking those and you start getting above the swing high over here that we have set up on the fib, once you start getting above the swing high, you're once again in a target to the 1.618, okay? And once you started breaking it the first time, you were in that target, but here you can see that the market starting pulling back and you had all these pullbacks that caused Multivac to come back down. So what we're looking at is 0.036 cents as our target, as our technical target, by breaking this high. Okay, hopefully that's clear. What we don't want happening is us coming up over here, making a lower high, because you have a high, a lower high, a low, a lower low. So this is a downtrend on the daily chart, and we've been it ever since October 27th. We want to invalidate this downtrend by making a higher high, okay? And by getting to the 1.272 and printing that new all-time high. Because if we get rejected from the previous swing high over here at 0.0239, you come back down, you get rejected, and you hold the 786, that gives us a nice inverse head and shoulders pattern. But I wouldn't want to, obviously, like I wouldn't want to get rejected, right? But I'm just saying that if we got rejected from either the swing high over here or the resistance level at 0.0239 cents, you may potentially be looking at a nice inverse head and shoulders pattern over here, just like this. But then you'd have to be wondering if you're going to come back even lower to the golden ratio, and we wouldn't want that. We've had our recovery. Now we want to start coming up and meeting our targets, actually, because it's been a bit choppy, a bit sideways. I know I'm involved in Multivac as well. I do like the project. This is my baby project that I talked about back in March when it was worth literally nothing. And, it's nice to see this thing appreciate so much. So that's it for the daily chart. Let's jump into the RSI. So one thing you can look at the RSI as well is we potentially may get rejected from this trend line over here because we've been testing it as support multiple times over here. I've highlighted the points of contact. So there is a chance we get rejected from this zone and come back down. So potentially, if you see that happening, this will be a nice zone to sell some Multivac tokens if you're not holding long term or you're looking to take profits. All I'm saying is take a look at this RSI. If you see us getting rejected, you may just sell a bit of your tokens if that's something you want to do, obviously, and then buy back in later. Obviously, what could happen as well is just it seems like we're curling back down and then you just break out, right? And then come back down for support. You never know what's going to happen, but if you do come back up and break this resistance, I would look at this trend line over here as a resistance trend line, okay? Because we've got rejected from that point before. You may get that rejection once again. So all I'm saying is just keep an eye on this zone. I'm going to mark that with a price tag. So that is 63 on the RSI. We may potentially get rejected from that zone. So keep an eye on the RSI. Now let's jump into KuCoin. So I've talked about a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern, but we do have an inverse head and shoulders pattern playing out right now. So we do have your left shoulder, your head, and your right shoulder over here. We've connected the first high and the second high in between the shoulders and the head. That gives you the neckline. Once you start breaking the neckline and coming up to this resistance and back testing it as support, you're in a target of 0.0429 cents, which from where we are right now, that gives you a 98% profit. So that would be a pretty nice trade in my opinion. As you can see, we're getting above the 20 EMA. The 10 EMA is going to cross above and we're going to get the bullish cross. So things are looking nice for Multivac. We're starting the reversal. V-shaped recovery looking very good. Looking very good indeed. Stochastic, we're getting out of the oversold over here. So we do have a long way up towards the overbought. So I think this may be the nice appreciation rally that we may have. RSI on the daily, like I said, sitting neutral at 59. We're about to get the bullish cross on the MACD, basically the confirmation of the uptrend. So this is what I mean when I say the MACD is a lagging indicator. You see on the price action, we've been in an uptrend for 3 days, okay, and we appreciated 36%. Now, the MACD, if you're trading strictly by the MACD hasn't printed a buy signal yet, right? You're going to get the buy signal when the moving average crosses the red line. That gives you the bullish cross, aka the buy signal. But by that point, you would have appreciated like around about 40%, let's say roughly, and you missed out on 40% gains. Now, obviously, it's a lot more safer to trade with with multiple indicators, but I'm just saying if you rely on the indicators too much, you may potentially miss out on some profits. But if you want to stay safe and you're purely a trader, then using these indicators is very useful. It's very safe. So, well, not super safe. There's always the chance that we may just dump. Bitcoin is the king of all crypto. So whatever Bitcoin does, those cryptos will follow. So that's pretty much it, guys, for crypto.com. Looking very bullish. Crypto.com, I do apologize. For Multivac, we're looking very bullish. And as you can see, yeah, inverse head and shoulders potentially playing out right now. So we want to break the previous resistance over here. And if you just slap on a little fib retracement over here to the previous swing high over here, to this swing high, we see that we're approaching the 0.5 over here. We do have the invert. Actually, why did I place that there? I should place that right about over there. So we're approaching the 0.5. The golden ratio may be the level where we get rejected because that's the golden ratio. And the second fib level over here is our target pretty much. And also the 1.618 is the technical target by breaking the high. So hopefully that's easy to understand. Use the fibs. Those give you nice, targets. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to check me out on Twitter. I do post technical analysis in there. make sure to check out the Discord server. There's a lot of technical analysis in there, and you can request technical analysis charts from our moderator and from me. Whoever's there first, we're going to answer you as soon as possible. And do check out the Telegram chat. A lot of useful information is in there. And do check out the Patreon. A lot of great stuff is going on in there, sharing low cap gems, early calls, everything exclusive to the Patreons first. Then, maybe a couple of weeks later, I'll release it to the entire audience. But, more personal one-on-one connection. Check out the tiers. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm open to suggestions. But, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Also, guys, make sure to check out ExpressVPN. This is the best VPN that we have here in the space. And since we are in the crypto space, it is very important to keep our data safe because a lot of people are looking to take advantage of you. And this is, like I said, the best VPN that we have over here. 24/7 customer support. It's available in 94 countries, has more than 3,000 servers. 30-day risk-free. You can get your money back if you're not satisfied. So they don't keep your logs. And basically what this does is it protects your data. It encrypts your data so your local network providers cannot see what you're doing. Your governments can't track you down and track down what you're doing. You can download this onto your phone, your laptop, console, whatever it is. It's very convenient and easy to use. Now, it is useful for us in the crypto space as well because, as you know, for a lot of the American citizens, some exchanges do limit their abilities and what they can buy. So, a VPN would be their best choice to kind of go around that and take advantage of that in a sense. And it's also useful to combat censorship. For example, if you're living in the US and you want to access some content that's only available in Japan on Netflix or whatever streaming platform you're using, then a VPN is your best friend. In this case, you can switch your IP address to a Japanese one, and then you'll be able to view all the Japanese shows. Plus, you can pay with Bitcoin so you can support and really bring in mass adoption yourself. And right now, you can get the 12 months package with a 35% discount. So feel free to check it out. Obviously, it would support the channel if you would use the link down below in the description. But that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one.